Okay, this is the HVAC indoor air handler furnace, if you will. And I just like to make note that the insulation here is not real good around here, and this is not an exterior rated door. Alright, so this is your furnace. And they tried. I mean, there's some insulation around here, but I almost said it was non-existent down here, and it is almost non-existent. So any carbon monoxide that can spill out from your furnace gets sucked up into the return air and then redistributed through the house, and everybody goes to sleep at the same time. Probably not your best case scenario. Probably something we'd like to avoid. So, I mean, there's that. So just heads up. I don't like the way the door is sealed. Let me see if I can get the cover back on this guy. There's our information. Serial number 2014, so it's about 8 years old. Serial number 2014, about 8 years old. This equipment, okay, including the condensing unit outside, is engineered on paper to last 20 years. This pipe in here is making it very difficult for us to get this thing closed like it's supposed to be. It's engineered on paper to last 20 years. It might last 35. The Las Vegas is going to give us 14 years for this equipment. So 8 and 8, 16. It's about middle age. It's about middle age. Coming on along up here. So even though they improved the ventilation, okay, they left the screen, which is not approved up here. We did not have a thimble for the flue, and with that screen up there, that compromises the fire blocking. The gas line that comes into here, that's where the service valve is, so that, I mean, okay, it's more or less acceptable, I suppose. But it does not have a sediment trap. Now the primary evaporator drain line does have a P-trap. See that? That's a beautiful P-trap. But the P-trap, the drain line's not insulated. You do have a care and use manual. You do not need a secondary drain line when you have a safety switch like this. Float switch, some people call them. Alright, so what do we learn? We learned that our system is about 8 years old. Oh, let's go back over here. We're not through yet. Not through yet. Some of the wall is compromised in there. It compromises the fire blocking. This thing melts down. It's going to go through your roof. It's going to go through your wall. It's going to go through your door. This is where the air filter goes. Only we don't have an air filter. No air filter present. Kind of hard to do its job when it's not there. I don't know what size goes there. So, I mean, I can guess, 20 by 20 by 1, but that might not be right. Now, when this home was built, this was fine. They installed the air return grill upside down, which suits us today, because we can look in there. And we can see that the floor, okay, this was okay when the home was built. But if this home was built today, by current standards, there would be a galvanized pan underneath there. So when it leaks, the evaporator coil from the drain lines, when you have a water problem, it leaks, then it goes inside on a pan, and it doesn't go inside on your carpet. So what do we learn? We learned that our gas line does not have a sediment trap. We learned that it's difficult to close the door. We learned that our primary evaporator drain line is not insulated. We learned that we've got our fire blocking is compromised, where we do not have a thimble on the ceiling at the top of the closet, and where the wall is broken over there, and where the door does not seal properly. Okay, we learned that our primary evaporator drain line is not insulated. We learned that we do not have a safety pan underneath the return air plenum. We learned that our air filter is missing, and who knows what size it is.